Think about the best day of last year. Really try. You might get a feeling, a blur of warmth, maybe a face or a place. Now, think about the worst thing that happened to you last year. It is already there, isn't it? Sharp, detailed, fully formed. You did not choose this. Your brain chose it for you. And the reason why reaches back to a world where forgetting the wrong thing could get you killed. Your brain is not a camera. It does not record everything equally and play it back on demand. It is a survival machine. And survival machines are not designed to make you happy. They're designed to keep you alive. The way your memory works what it holds on to, what it lets go, what it replays at 2 a.m. is the direct result of millions of years of one brutal filter. Did remembering this keep your ancestor breathing? Psychologist Roy Baumeister spent years studying what he called the negativity bias, and his central finding is deceptively simple. Bad is stronger than good. A single bad event has more psychological impact than a single good event of equal size. One insult lands harder than one compliment. One loss hurts more than one gain satisfies. One humiliation echoes longer than one moment of pride. This is not weakness. This is engineering. In the ancient world, your ancestors lived under constant threat. Predators, rival groups, contaminated food, instabilité. The cost of forgetting a bad experience was potentially death. If your ancestor touched a poisonous plant and forgot the lesson, they might touch it again. If they misjudged a predator's speed and survived by luck but failed to encode that terror deeply, they might not be lucky a second time. If they trusted the wrong person in the group and were betrayed and then forgot the warning signs, the betrayal would come again. The brain learned to burn bad experiences into memory with a chemical marker that good experiences simply do not receive. Neuroscientist Joseph Ledoux mapped this process in detail. When something frightening or painful happens, the amygdala, the brain's threat detector, triggers a massive release of stress hormones, including norepinephrine and cortisol. These chemicals act directly on the hippocampus, the brain's memory-forming center, and essentially tell it, record this. Record every detail, the sights, the sounds, the smells, the exact feeling in your body. Make it permanent. Make it retrievable. This is why traumatic memories are often more vivid than happy ones. The brain literally uses different chemistry to encode them. Fear and pain get priority storage. Joy gets a much lighter touch. Think about your own life. You probably cannot remember most of what you ate for dinner 3 weeks ago, but you can almost certainly remember the most frightening moment of your childhood with startling clarity. The location, the light, the feeling. Your brain treated one as irrelevant and the other as essential survival data. And it goes deeper than just encoding. Your brain does not store memories the way a hard drive stores files. Every time you recall a memory, you are not replaying a recording. You are reconstructing it. And here is the critical part, Every reconstruction is influenced by your current emotional state. Psychologist Elizabeth Loftus spent decades demonstrating that human memory is not a fixed archive. It is a living, editable document. When you are anxious, you recall threatening memories more easily. When you are sad, negative memories surface faster. The brain actively filters your past through the lens of your present. Your ancient ancestors were stressed which was most of the time had brains constantly scanning their memory banks for threat-relevant information. Which paths were dangerous? Which faces could not be trusted? Which sounds preceded an attack? The memory system was tuned to surface exactly those kinds of memories under exactly those kinds of conditions. You're still running that same system. When your day goes badly and you lie awake at night, your stressed brain does not retrieve your happiest memories to comfort you. It retrieves the most threatening, embarrassing, and painful ones it has on file because that is what a survival system does under stress. It prepares you for the worst. There's also something researchers call the reminiscence bump, the finding that people tend to remember events from ages 15 to 25 more vividly than events from any other period of their lives. Psychologist David Rubin identified this pattern across dozens of cultures. This is the period of maximum novelty and social risk in human life. New environments, new social hierarchies, new threats, new rejections. The brain encodes this period most deeply because the stakes fell highest. Your most painful teenage memory is not an accident. Your brain decided it mattered more than almost anything else you would ever experience. And here is the part that changes how you think about your own mind. The negativity bias is not malfunctioning when it replays your worst moments. It is doing exactly what it was built to do. It is running a threat prevention system in a world that no longer contains most of the threats that system was built for. The social humiliation your brain replays at 3 a.m. is being processed with the same urgency as a predator attack. Because for most of human history, social rejection was genuinely dangerous. Being cast out of the group was a death sentence. The brain never learned to treat embarrassment as trivial because for your ancestors, it never was. So what do you do with this? Knowing the system does not switch it off, but it does something else. It lets you name what is happening. When a bad memory surfaces with impossible clarity while a good one dissolves, you are not broken. You are not weak. You are not defined by what your brain keeps. You are the descendant of every ancestor who remembered the right, dangerous thing at exactly the right moment and lived because of it. Your brain is not punishing you. It is protecting you. With a system built 2 million years ago, in a world that no longer exists, for a version of you that never had to worry about anything except staying alive until tomorrow. The bad memories are loud because they had to be. Because once, for someone who looked a lot like you, they were the only things standing between survival and the end of your entire line. You remembered, and here you are,